That's all. Okay, let's go all the way. Mangalacharan. Okay, so who wants to recite? Start Mangalacharan. Jaini? Okay.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jana Salakya Kasu Yena Tasme Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Savyam Rupakaram Mahadati Sarva Padantikam.
Wonderful. Next. Oops. Ayati?
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Saganarunatanvita Tam Sajivam Saguritam Savadutam Parishanashalikam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalita Shri Vishakamitam Sra.
Haribol, wonderful. Next. Who wants to do it? Adi, you want to do it? No? Okay. Hari Govinda, you want to do it? Hare Krishna?
No, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Who else? Adav? Adav wants to do it?
Okay. Hey Krishna Kaunda Sindhu Dino Pando Chakapate Gopi Sa Gopi Kantanta Vada Kantano Postute Tapta Kansana Koonti Vade Vindavinestu Subhano Sute Devi Vinamane Kavi.
Yeah, wonderful. Who else wants to do it? Jaini wants to do it again? Yeah, continue Jaini if you want to do it.
Vancha Kalpa Yubasya Kaka Karpa Sindhu Bhaya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasada Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Wonderful. Thank you. And let's do a couple of more shlokas if anybody wants to do it. Ankit, right? You want to do it, Ankit? Ankit, you want to do it? This shloka? No? Okay. Who else is remaining? Yeah, Adav wants to do it. Okay, Adav.
Nawayanam Namaskritam Navam Jiva Navotamam Devim Sawastam Yes Prayasam Prayasam Tato Jayam Udiyate.
Yeah, wonderful. And Ayati, you want to do this shloka? Shreya raised hand. So Shreya, you want to do it? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Shinvatam Svagata Krishna Punya Sarvana Kirtanaha Hridayantasto Hi Abhridrani Hridayantu Satam.
Wonderful. Okay, so thank you so much for doing those shlokas. Maybe next time we will do it together, and then it'll be wonderful. Okay. So I welcome you. After a long time, we are meeting again. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. We did a couple of weeks back, I guess more than a month now, and we did cover some part of how many incarnations Krishna came, which is mentioned in Bhagavatam, and then we discussed about 4 Kumaras, right? So let's go to a couple of slides which we have already covered that time, and these are the incarnations which we covered, and we discussed about 4 Kumaras. So who want to share the story which we discussed about 4 Kumaras? You can raise your hand. Yeah, Shreya, you want to say?
Prabhuji, I forgot to raise my hand.
Okay, no problem. Who else wants to share? Whatever you remember, that's fine. It may not be the full story. That's all right. You can share whatever you remember, or maybe names of 4 Kumaras. Jayani?
The 4 Kumaras were cursed to be the same age.
Yeah. Yes. So you remember like 4 Kumaras, although like they were so wonderful personalities, but then they were cursed to be the same age, and that was a boon for them. So yeah, Ayati, you want to share something?
And then like one time they tried to like go see Lord Vishnu, but like Jay and Vijay weren't letting them come in.
Yeah. So Jay and Vijay stopped them, right, at Vaikunta gate. So they asked, "Oh, what is the security code?" And they goes, "Oh, you need a security code. We just came all in, and now you have to allow us." But they didn't do. So then they got cursed. So that's a wonderful story. Anybody wants to share some more details? What you remember? What were the name of these 4 Kumaras? Anybody remembers? Any name is all right? No, even if not all 4. Anybody's raising hand? I cannot see. Let's check. Okay. Adi is raising hand. Okay, Adi. Go ahead.
I don't remember the name exactly, but I know it stood for joy. One of them.
One of them was?
Stood for joy.
Oh, Jai Vijay were different. Sanat Kumaras were 4 little boys, right? So you remember any name? Nimai?
I don't know, but I know one.
Tell me. Which one you remember? Sanat Kumar, yeah. So one was Sanat Kumar. Perfect. That's nice. Anybody else wants to share? Jayani?
I only remember one also. Is it Sankar Kumar?
Yeah, not exactly Shankar Kumar, but something closer. It's good. Sanat Kumar, that's also correct. Okay, so we'll see all the 4 names, and then if you remember any story which we discussed, which you feel you want to share. Yeah, Jayani?
I just remembered one more.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Sanat Kumar?
Sanat Kumar, yeah. So let's see all the names, right? One was Sanat Kumar, so little boy, maybe, and then Sanatan, Sanat, Sanatan, Sanandan, and Sanat Kumar, like that. So four as brothers, right? So here are the names: Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan, and Sanat Kumar. Wonderful. So let me just keep this up so that you guys can see. You see all the 4 names? Perfect. If you don't remember, you can just say 4 S brothers. All name starts with S, right? Okay. And Ayati, you raised hand in between.
I wanted to ask why do all their names start with S?
Maybe something like their parents like it, and maybe they kept just like Ayati and yeah. So yeah, Jaini, you want to share something?
So the 4 Kumaras' dad was Brahma.
Yeah, dad was Brahma. That's excellent. So their dad was Brahmaji. And when Brahmaji asked them that, oh, can you, help me in procreating this world? And they said, no, we want to remain celibate. We want to remain bachelors. We don't want to get married and all. Yeah. So now let's see some more things what we had discussed. So we discussed like Prathamam. One is said as Pratham or Ek, like that. And then we discussed about the, let me just minimize this. Yeah, different incarnations, empowered incarnations, out of which this is the first one. And then we discussed about even 4 sampradayas, out of which there is one sampradaya called Kumara Sampradaya, which comes from the 4 Kumaras. And then what they do, they explain the transcendental knowledge to the sages, and they were teaching the devotional service through the knowledge. And there was one story we discussed about Rajhamsa, and when Krishna comes as the incarnation. And then one of 4 Kumara is one of the 12 Mahajans. So we discussed about 12 Mahajans also briefly. You remember any of the Mahajans' name? Anybody? So no, that's all right. So we discussed Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Kumara, Kapilo, Manu, Prahlado, Janaka, Bhishma, Vayasakir, Bali, Vayam. So these were 12 Mahajanas, out of which 4 Kumaras were one of the Mahajanas. Okay. So, and today we'll be discussing about the second incarnation. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Second incarnation, which is Varahadev. Okay, maybe I'm clicking somewhere else and that's why it is going. Yeah. So second incarnation, which is Varahadev. So Varahadev was incarnation of Lord Vishnu in the form of boar. Okay. So let's see what was the pastime. If anybody knows anything about Varahadev, if they want to share, and then we will start. Anybody? You can raise hand if you know, otherwise we'll continue. Okay. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so let's see who Varadev was and what he did. Okay. So Lord Varade was the second incarnation, and who came in Satya Yuga. And we know the story of 4 Kumaras when they were approaching, and Jaya and Vijay got cursed, and they selected that they will take, birth of a demon 3 times. And first time when they came in the material world, which is they took birth as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. So today's story is related to Varade, who killed the demon Hiranyaksha. And we'll see how he came and how he fought with this demon called Hiranyaksha. What was the purpose and everything. So what was the purpose of Lord Vara's incarnation? So whenever Krishna comes, he comes with a purpose, and his purpose is always definitely to enhelen the miscreants and protect the devotees. And he gives joy to his devotees by creating a wonderful pastimes so that they can remember him. So Let's see. And this, all the purposes which God comes with, which are very extraordinary. No ordinary human being, living entity can perform this task. What Krishna is coming as different incarnation, they can perform. So it is very Herculean task. So we'll see what Varadev did. So Varadev came to save Mother Earth from the nether region hidden by a demon. So who was the demon? Hiranyaksh. And what he did, he misplaced the Earth from her orbit and put into nether regions. Now we'll see what these nether regions are and how come Earth can be placed in some place. So we'll see that, and it was explained that it was placed under the nether region and into the deep waters. So there was one explanation where it is said that Rasatal, which is the lowest region, among the lowest region, and below that there is Garbhodak Ocean. So there, this demon went and placed the Mother Earth. So this demon, actually, he was always thinking about, how he can get the best fight with someone. And then he used to see that all these demigods, they get powers from the people of the earth when they do yajna. So whenever they used to do yajna, this demigod used to get powers. And this demon thought, okay, if they are getting powers from performing of yajna from these people of the earth, let me take care of the problem from the root, and let me take this earth and put it into somewhere else where these people cannot do any yajna anymore. And that's what he decides, and he goes and takes Mother Earth and places into other lowest region of this universe, which is below the Rasatal, the regions, and where, below there is a Garbhodak Ocean, where you may have seen earlier slides where Mataji may have explained about the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So in the Garbhodak Ocean, where Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is there, and he is lying on the Anantashesh there, and that waters is pretty deep. So he thought, okay, let me go and take this earth and put into this waters. So then Lord Varade comes and saves this earth from this so-called filthy place. And when Lord Varadev comes, he comes through a very different channel. Generally, people take birth, from mother and father together. But Lord Varadev came in a very different fashion. If anybody knows, they want to share. If not, we will discuss it. Anybody knows about it? How Lord Varadev took birth? Anyone? That's okay. Let's see how he takes birth. Okay. So it is said that when Supreme Personality of Godhead comes and he takes a different kind of form, they are all transcendental. No matter what form they are taking, Krishna is taking. Either he's taking a form of fish or a lion like Narasimhadev or Varadev. So different form, all are transcendental, and he performs very transcendental activities and pastimes, and he is always worshipped by his devotees and glorified because his pastimes are all very extraordinary, and it gives chance of living entity in this material world to get to know about him and then discuss about him of his wonderful pastimes. Neha raised hand. Hare Krishna. Neha, you raised hand. Hare Krishna. Neha raised hand. You can speak if you have any questions.
So about the question, the answer was he came through Brahma's nostril, right?
Oh, wonderful. So you know about it. That's perfect. So he takes birth very differently. So now what happens that time was just like any person in this world, they take birth very differently. They take birth from the mother and father. But here, when Lord Varadev is coming, he takes birth uh, from the nostrils of Brahmaji. So how he takes? Actually, Hiranyaksh had done this activity of hiding Mother Earth under the Garbhodak ocean, and now all the demigods were very, perplexed what to do. And whenever demigods or devotees they get perplexed, what they do? They do chintan. They remember Lord Krishna. They don't do chinta. They don't worry about what happened. They definitely try to do something, but at the same time they do chintan. They remember Krishna so that Krishna can help them. So similarly, Lord Brahma and all the demigods, they try to remember Krishna, and then they pray to Krishna that Krishna, please help us. And that time Brahmaji sneezes, and when he sneezes out, that time Lord Varadev takes birth from the nostrils of Brahma, and he was the size of a thumb. So all of you can check how much is the size of your thumb. You can show how much it is. It's very little, right? Not very, very little. This much. So when Lord Varadev came out, he was so small, and this demon was so big. So how Varadev defeated him? So it is said that as soon as Lord Varadev took birth, he was so small, but then, oh yeah, so Nimai has a scale. Can you check how much is your thumb size in inches or centimeter?
Exactly half an inch.
Half an inch. Oh, see, so it is so small. So when Varadev came, he was so small and demon was so big. So then everybody was worried, oh, how come Lord Vishnu will save us? But as soon as he took birth, within no time, he became size of an elephant. And then after some more time, within a couple of seconds, he became size of a mountain. And then immediately he took a size which was very big, and his head was going in the sky. And he was so big. And then all devotees were very much, satisfied. Oh, now Varadev has such a big form, and he will definitely defeat this Hiranyaksh demon, who is so nasty. So then Varadev immediately goes, and he immediately goes to Garbhodak ocean, and from there, so here Varadev is taking birth from the nostrils of Brahmaji, and then Keshavadrita Shukara Rupa. So he takes the form of boar, and then he goes into the Garbhodak ocean, and from there he picks up the Mother Earth. So you see, Lord Varade has a nose raised like this, and then he has tusk. So in between the tusk and the support of the nose, he picks up the Mother Earth. So all of you can show me how he did it. He did it like this, and then he picked up. So all of you can try to do it. Take a ball or something, and then try to balance it to your nose and balance with your fingers. So you can try after the class or something, or if you have immediately with you, you can try. It's quite amazing. It's very difficult at the same time, but because Lord Varadev had two tusks, and he was able to balance it perfectly. And then as soon as, so before this, Hiranyaksh was actually searching for someone to fight, and then somebody suggested him that only Vishnu can give you tough fight, or he can suggest one. So he was looking for Vishnu, and then he comes across when Lord Varade was taking out Mother Earth from the Garbhodak ocean. He said, "Oh, Vishnu, I was looking for you, and you are here. Please come and fight." And he was challenging Lord Vishnu and saying so many nasty words also. But Lord Varade was not, bothered about it. He thought, let me place Mother Earth for some safe place first, just like husband and wife, they are going somewhere, and then if some person comes and says something, then husband thinks that, okay, let me keep my wife first away safely, and then I'll deal with this person. The same way, Lord Varadev places Mother Earth, who is also Bhumi Devi is also wife of Lord Vishnu. So Varade places Mother Earth in the safe orbit, and then first in some section they have mentioned that above the waters, and some sections it is mentioned that Lord Varade places to Mother Earth in the orbit, and then he fights with this demon. So when Hiranyaksh and when Lord Varade were fighting, so before that Varadev says fix up upon the tip, and then he was able to put the Mother Earth in the orbit. So it just looked like, lit some spots on the moon. So when we see this picture, it looks like that. So it was beautifully explained in one of the shloka in the Keshodrita Shukara Rupa. The Dasavatara Stotra is there, where you can read about this. And then he comes with his club and he fights with this guy. And they have a very fierce fight. They were, doing all different kinds of, fighting, what we say, feats. And then this guy, Hiranyaksh, was trying to defeat Lord Varade, but Lord Varade was such a fine fighter. He was able to, first he was playing with him a little bit, and then later on, once he was, a bit satisfied, because Lord Vishnu, we can understand that this Hiranyaksh was, I guess, Vijaya demon. Yeah, I have written here. So Hiranyaksh came as Hiranyaksh demon was Vijay in the originally in the spiritual world, Jay and Vijay who got cursed. So out of this, Vijay took form as a Hiranyaksh. He took birth as a Hiranyaksh. And so Varade was, kind of first playing with this demon, and then later on, he just with one kick, some places it is mentioned as a kick, some places with one blow, and then he just with one blow kills this demon, Hiranyaksh. Then all demigods, they, shower the flowers, and they were all glorifying Lord Varadev, how he killed this fierce demon. And he was so agitating everyone. But now, because Lord Varadev came and he killed this demon, they were all very happy. So whenever Lord kills any demon, what demigods do? They shower the flowers. And all devotees, they become very happy and they say, Jai Jagdish Hare, like that. So it is very wonderful. Whenever any demon is killed by Lord Vishnu, we have to be very happy as a devotee and see these demons are get killed. So similarly, in our life also, we see that we have, a lot of anarthas in our heart. Whenever we take the names of Krishna, those anarthas get destroyed. So we have to pray to Krishna that Krishna, please help us and destroy the demons like Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu in our heart, and then make our heart more soft, and so that we can remember him. And whenever any trouble comes, what devotees do? Anybody wants to answer what devotees do when they come into any trouble? Yeah, Jayani?
They pray to Krishna.
They pray to Krishna. Yes, Ayati?
Or chant his name.
We chant his name. Perfect. Anybody else? Adam?
We think about him.
You think about him, yes. Just like Brahmaji and all demigods, what they did Chintan. So they thought about Krishna. They were meditating on him. What else? Mahek wanted to share something? No? Okay. What about Ishan? Ishan wants to share something?
No.
No? Okay. So wonderful. So I thought today we will keep the class as little short. We'll just discuss one pastime of Varadev. And there were two versions of Lord Varade. One was this which we discussed. And one was the version where there was Varaha Kalpa, where Lord Varahadev came, but there was no demon at that time. But there was a partial devastation happened, and Mother Earth and all the planets below Jana Loka, Tapaloka were all merged into the waters. They were devastated. So there, Lord Varahadev came as a Shweta Varaha, and then he picks up Mother Earth. So picking up Mother Earth from the waters is the same as in this pastime, but there was no demon at that time. So there was no Hiranyaksh, and Lord Varadev did not fight with anyone that time. But it was been explained that in that Kalpa, Shweta Varaha Kalpa, yeah, Mehak is doing very nice. She is balancing the pen. So you guys can try to balance something here, okay? With you can support with your hand if you want, just like you have touched. Okay, yeah, and then you can do like this and support the ball or anything you like. So Lord Varaha comes and he rescues Mother Earth from this ocean, Garbhodaksha ocean. So that was the Shweta Varaha Kalpa. You may have also seen the 14 planetary system in earlier classes, I believe. I don't have that in slide, but let me just bring it up in, yeah, here. So I was searching, I didn't find very good clarity picture, but maybe this one will help if we can read. I'm not sure, not this one. Let's check some other. It may not be this one. Okay, this is better, although it does not have everything, but it has the names clear. So you may have seen that, like when Lord here in this picture, we see that Garbhodakshay Vishnu is lying on the ocean of Garbhodak, and from his navel comes a lotus flower, and on the top Brahmaji takes birth. And here, if you see, there are so many different planetary systems written. It is so small, but here, if you see, Bhurloka, it is showed. Bhur, Bhuvar, Swar, Mahar, Jana, Tapa, and Satyaloka. These are all the planetary system above the earthly planetary system, and these are called Swargaloka. And anything below this loka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal Lok. So these are all hellish planetary system. And below this, we have a Garbhodak ocean where Lord Vishnu is residing in the Garbhodak ocean. So this demon, yeah, you have any question?
We can't see anything. Are you trying to show us?
Oh, you can't see anything. Okay, maybe I'm not sharing it properly then. Let me
I can see.
You can see. Who can see and who cannot see?
Oh, you can't see the picture.
You cannot see the picture. Okay.
Yeah, we
I
can't
can see the picture.
You can see the picture of the 4 planetary systems?
No.
So
Okay.
then that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, so maybe let me check if I am not sharing everything. So it was just a slide, I guess. Multiple advanced sharing options.
I think the screen is frozen.
Froze. Okay.
No, it's not frozen. You just have to change the screen. You have to click share screen again and then click whatever tab you did it on. And then
okay. Let me stop the sharing and then let me share one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, that is good. It is better you told me. Otherwise, I was thinking you guys are seeing me. Sorry for that. So let me share it one more time. Okay. So portion of screen, everything, computer audio, basic. Okay, let me share the. Maybe this is the one which you will be able to see. Okay. So let me know when you are able to see now. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not this
Yeah,
one.
we can see.
So this is the one, like a small picture where all the names are very clearly written, or maybe this one. This is much better. Okay. So if you see this, these are the all 14 planetary system where Bhuloka, which we say, like earthly planetary system, where Earth is there. And then above there, all the planetary systems are called Swargaloka. And below the Bhuloka, all the planetary system are called hellish planetary system, Narkaloka. So Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satya. These are all Swargas. So which is called heavenly planetary system. And below Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal, these are all hellish planetary system. And below this, we see there is a Garbhodak ocean, which is here, and where Garbhodakshai Vishnu is lying on the bed of Anantashish, and from his navel comes a lotus flower, and he takes a birth. And in this Garbhodak ocean, that is where Hiranyaksh places the earth. So he takes Mother Earth from this planetary systems and he pulls down and puts into this Garbhodak ocean. So that's why we see that he puts Mother Earth into waters. So otherwise some people can, oh, water is on earth only, then how come he places earth in the ocean itself? So that is where we can understand. And let me stop this sharing and then we come back to our slides. Okay. You are able to see the screen now. So in the previous slides where we, here we see he is fighting, but here they are showing that Mother Earth is there with him. But it was like this. So there are some versions where they show it together and some version they are fighting separately. So this is what I wanted to show today of pastimes of Lord Varade. So maybe you can ask your parents and you can recite the Dashavatara Shloka if possible for you. And in there is a stanza where Lord Varadev pastimes come. So Keshava Drita Shukara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. So it is very important and we have to always pray like what Brahmaji and all demigods prayed. Whenever you are in trouble, what we should do? Definitely we should do something about what problems we are facing. But in the mind, we have to always pray to Krishna and do chintan and not do chinta. We should not worry, but we should meditate and pray to Krishna. Okay. If you have any question or you want to share something, then you can raise your hand. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Sahas is speaking.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
joined a little late, but like, what? Can you show me that verse? The verse with the Dasha avatar.
Dasha Avatar. Okay, let me search that one. I have not put it into a slides, but it is called Dasha Avatara Stotra. So which is this is just some part of it, which is called Keshava Drita Shukara Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare. Yeah. So in the Google you can search with Dasha Avatara Stotra by Jayadeva Goswami, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can ask Mataji, your mother, Rashmi Mataji, and she will find it for you. Okay. So let me see if I can show it to you guys. That is, and then maybe I have to stop sharing and share again. So let me just search first. Then Okay, let me search with you. So you can put Keshava, or you can put Dasa Avatara Stotra. Dasa Avatara Stotra by Jayadeva Goswami. Yeah, so if you see here is Dasa Avatara Stotra by Jayadeva Goswami. So maybe I can share this link with you guys and in the chat, and you can copy it. Okay. So can you see the link in the chat?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. So if we go here and see, so is the third paragraph or stanza, you can say. Vasati dashana sikhare dharani tava lagna sashini kalanka kaleva nimagna keshavadrita shukara rupa jaya jagadisha. Okay, so what does it mean? Let's go and read. Who wants to read this third translation of third shloka? Anybody? Who is raising hand? Okay, Ishan, you want to read?
Oh.
O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a boar, all glories to you. The earth, which had become immersed in the Garbhodaka ocean at the bottom of the universe, sits fixed upon the tip of your tusk, like a spot upon the moon.
Yeah, see, so like how he holds between his tusks, and it feels like it is. Oh, Hare Krishna.
Sorry.
So, yeah, so how he assumes the form of boar? Through the nostrils of Brahmaji. And what he does? He saves the Mother Earth from the Garbhodaka ocean in the bottom of the universe. And that Mother Earth is sitting upon his tusk like a spot upon the moon. So have you observed the moon? When you go out and see the moon, there are spots on it. Similarly, it is said that when Varade was holding Mother Earth, he was looking like a moon, and that Mother Earth was like a spot on the moon. So it was very wonderful. Like that, you can read all the shlokas and try to see if you can read the meaning. This is very wonderful stotra. And if you have any question or anything, we can take it up now. Or if you have any comments or you want to share anything which you did in your last week. And definitely I want to see you to balance, okay? Take up a ball or a pen or pencil and try to balance. It's so difficult, but if you do it with your finger like this, then you'll be able to manage it. Okay? Yeah, you want to share anything or ask any question or anything? Yeah, Mehak is already trying. Mehak and Ayati. And Jaini as well. Good. You guys can take up a small ball or something and try to balance. Okay. Ishan is not trying?
Not now.
Not now. Maybe later. Okay. So when we meet today, then you guys can show me how you do it.
I got it.
Ah, you got it. Okay, wonderful. So if you don't have any question, then we'll meet next week and then we'll discuss some more pastimes. Okay.
Uncle, I did it.
Oh, you did it. Wonderful. That's nice. And take up a ball and then try to balance. Ball is much difficult than the pen or pencil.
Yeah.
Then you definitely need your hands.
These are us.
Yeah, Adi is also doing it. Mac already did it. Good. So it is nice to see you guys after a long time. And if you don't have any question, then we'll finish the session early. And then if you have any question, then maybe we can take it up later, next week. Ball will be very difficult, Jayani. It's falling down. Yes. So you guys can try and let's see if you can do it. Okay. And then we meet today. Then you can share your experience. So Hare Krishna Prabhu, Bhagwati Prabhu, are you there?
Oh, my dad's not here.
Okay, no problem. So we can finish the class for today, and then if you have any question, we'll take it up next week. And next week I'll ask some questions to you guys. So you have to be ready. You have to read about 4 Kumaras and you have to read about Lord Varade. Ask your parents so that they can help you to see the pastime in Bhagavatam or different scriptures. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. So we are finishing up today. I told them that I'll ask question next week. So they have to prepare Lord Varade pastimes and read about 4 Kumaras. So, and then next week we'll take another pastimes, another avatar of Lord Vishnu. And they have to try to balance the ball on their nose and try to see if they can balance with the 2 fingers like this.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna to all the devotees, and let's chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra one time very loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol.